All right, so we're ready to kick off this deep dive, huh? We're looking at 9 personal branding trends Forbes says are going to be huge in 2025. And this isn't just, keeping up with the Joneses. This is like using these trends to seriously level up in your career.
And what strikes me is the power shift happening. It's not just companies calling the shots anymore. Employees are demanding more, autonomy, personalization, all that.
Yeah.
It's going to be fascinating to see who adapts faster.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's jump right in. Trend number 1, it's like an acronym, tug of war. We've got WFH, RTO, hybrid. Big names, Amazon, Google, they're pushing for the office return. But is that really what people want?
Well, the article cites this Owl Labs research, right? And it shows employees value flexibility almost as much as healthcare. Think about it, the freedom to structure your day to, actually be productive and happy. That's got to be motivating.
No kidding. It makes you wonder, the companies that win this whole thing, are they going to be the ones who embrace that personalization? Not just where work happens, but how it gets done. Which, speaking of personalized work, this next trend is a hot one. Polyworking path to freedom, multiple incomes, or recipe for burnout.
Oh yeah, this one sparks some serious debate. I mean, on one hand, imagine dedicating mornings to your passion project, right? Then afternoons to a stable income source. That's the appeal, right? Variety, control. But can you picture yourself juggling multiple deadlines, client expectations, all that, without sacrificing quality?
Yeah.
Tough, right?
Absolutely. It's not just about the potential upsides, it's being honest. Can you thrive in that kind of environment? And this brings us to a trend that's been evolving for a while, but it takes on a whole new meaning in 2025. Inclusion. It's not just demographics anymore, it's about truly valuing diverse perspectives.
Right, companies are realizing, after some, hiccups with traditional diversity stuff, that real innovation comes from variety of viewpoints. It's not ticking boxes, it's recognizing everyone brings unique stuff to the table.
So for everyone listening, think about your unique strengths. In a world valuing that, how can you stand out? And this next trend plays into that individuality beautifully. Trend number 4, the rise of voice EE. It's not just podcasting, though that's booming for sure. It's about leveraging your voice in a world getting more and more audio reliant.
Think about it. Voice search, voice-activated devices, the way we consume information is changing. And for personal branding, AI voice tools for coaching, interview prep is wild. Tech helping us refine our communication, making our voices heard, literally.
But even with audio on the rise, trend number 5 reminds us video is still king, especially in this hybrid remote world.
Oh yeah, LinkedIn data is clear. Video gets way more engagement. And it makes sense, right? Fewer face-to-face interactions these days. Video lets us connect deeper, build relationships, show personality.
It's not enough to just have great ideas anymore. You got to communicate them compellingly, and video does that. But here's where things get super interesting. Trend number 6, ultra-personalized work personalization on a whole new level.
Yeah, this is where AI and data come together to create truly customized work experiences. Imagine your ideal work scenario, schedule, projects, even development opportunities tailored to you.
And this isn't sci-fi. Companies like MasterCard, Unilever, they're doing it. MasterCard's Build Your Own Career program. That's a great example.
It's brilliant because it taps into that human need. Autonomy, people feel in control, they're engaged, productive, fulfilled. How could you apply that to your own career,
That's a good one to think about. But before we all get lost in our personalized utopias, there's a trend simmering beneath the surface, the learning comeback.
Pandemic forced a lot of learning online, right? Convenient, sure, but sometimes impersonal, lacking impact. Now there's this resurgence of hybrid learning, blending online flexibility with the power of, real interaction.
Companies like Maven are leading the way. Recognizing learning is more effective when it's engaging, interactive, Makes you think. What kind of environment helps you thrive? How can you seek that out to stay ahead?
Exactly. And speaking of staying ahead, we got to talk about the elephant in the room, AI. Trend number 8 focuses on the positive side, how AI can be a huge GE ally for personal branding.
I was skeptical at first, gotta admit it. But the more I read about the potential, wow. Imagine AI streamlining your workflow, freeing you up for strategic stuff. Or AI tools analyzing your content, giving personalized feedback. It's mind-blowing.
The key is, don't see AI as replacing human stuff. It's a tool to amplify our strength, help us work smarter, embrace the possibilities while staying true to yourself, right?
So instead of fear, maybe the question is, what AI tools could boost your brand, help you reach your goals? But before we all turn into AI-powered robots, let's not forget human connection and, dare I say it, fun. Trend number 9 reminds us, fun isn't just for kids, it's essential for a fulfilling work life and a compelling personal brand.
It's not just about having a good time, though that's nice. Neuroscience shows when we enjoy what we do, we're more engaged, creative, successful. And it seems companies are finally catching on.
Even LinkedIn, Forbes, they're adding games, playful elements. It's wild. Makes you wonder, could a bit of whimsy be what your brand is missing? Could more fun at work help you stand out and feel better?
Those are great questions to explore as we keep diving into these trends. We've covered a lot, but we're just getting started. Stay tuned as we unpack the implications and how you can use all this to shape your career future.
Welcome back. Let's dig a little deeper into these trends, starting with one that really shakes up how we think about work.
You're talking about that ultra-personalized work, right? It could totally change how we approach our careers.
Imagine, what if your work was literally designed around you? Your strengths, your goals, your ideal schedule. That's what this trend is all about. It's moving past that one-size-fits-all approach to create a work experience that's, truly tailored to you.
Sounds amazing, but is it, actually possible? Oh, absolutely. Companies are already trying it out. MasterCard's Build Your Own Career program, that's a perfect example. They're giving employees the power to shape their own paths, choosing projects, development opportunities, all aligned with what they want to do.
That's pretty bold. It takes a lot of trust in your employees.
Right, and that's where authentic leadership comes in. Managers got to shift from command and control to coaching and mentoring. They got to understand their team's strengths, help them create these personalized growth plans.
It's about a workplace where everyone feels, seen, heard, empowered to contribute their unique talents. Almost makes you wonder if the whole corporate ladder thing is becoming outdated.
It's definitely being challenged. And that move towards individualization, it's also in that learning comeback trend. We're moving away from those standardized training programs, embracing a more personalized way of learning.
Companies like Maven are leading that charge with those hybrid learning models, right? Blending online content with real interaction. It's finding that sweet spot between a flexibility and, actually being engaged.
Imagine learning a new skill online at your own pace. Then you meet up with a group, a facilitator. You discuss, debate, apply what you learned. That's how you accelerate growth. A&D build connections.
Makes you realize how much we miss that human element, right? And speaking of human connection, let's talk about that trend that kind of freaks people out. AI. AI explodes in a positive way. Yeah.
There's a lot of fear around AI, which is understandable. But this trend is look past the hype. See how AI can be a good thing for your career, your brand.
I was skeptical too, gotta admit. But the more I look into it, the more exciting it gets. AI can streamline your workflow, personalize your learning. It can even help you create better content.
Think about having an AI assistant, right? Takes care of all the boring tasks, frees you up to think strategically, solve problems creatively. Or AI tools that analyze how you write, suggest improvements, makes your communication more impactful.
Like having a personal coach and editor, always there. It's a total game changer.
Exactly. The key is AI doesn't replace human skills, it enhances them. Helps us reach our goals more efficiently. And that brings us to a trend that might seem kind of out of place in our tech-obsessed world. Get ready for the fun infusion.
This one surprised me, but it makes sense. When we actually enjoy our work, it shows. We're more engaged, more creative, more successful overall.
Yeah, neuroscience backs that up. Fun isn't just a distraction. It's essential for our brains to work at their best. No wonder companies are adding games, playful stuff into the workplace.
Even LinkedIn and Forbes, they're doing it. LinkedIn has games you can play with your network. Forbes has that word game phrase. It's cool.
It's a big shift. We're finally realizing work doesn't have to be this soul-crushing thing. We can get stuff done and have fun doing it.
So what could you do to bring more fun into your work, your personal brand? Could a little playfulness help you stand out, attract the right people, even rekindle your passion?
These are the questions to ask ourselves as we keep exploring. We've covered a lot, but the best is yet to come.
Right. In our last segment, we'll tie it all together. How can you actually apply these insights to shape your career future?
Stick around. It's going to be eye-opening.
All right, welcome back to the deep dive. We've spent time with these 9 trends. Now, how do we connect the dots? What does it all mean for, your career navigating the future of work?
It's like we're seeing the whole idea of a career change, you know? Remember those rigid corporate ladders? They're starting to look more like jungle gyms, multiple paths, side quests. You choose your own adventure.
And you're not just along for the ride, right?
Yeah.
You're the one designing it. You choose the skills, the projects, how to use your strengths to stand out.
Exactly. Think back to that ultra-personalized work. It's not just companies giving options. It's you becoming the CEO of your career. That means owning your development, which brings us to that learning comeback.
Yeah, it's not about, zoning out during webinars anymore. It's being proactive, finding learning that clicks with you, building a network of mentors, peers, people who challenge and inspire you.
Like companies like Maven, they get it. Learning works best when it's engaging, interactive. Imagine, learn the basics online, then boom, you're in a workshop, brainstorming real-world stuff with experts, other people learning. That's hybrid learning.
It's that perfect mix of flexibility and connection. And got to address the elephant in the room again, AI. Some people are still unsure about it.
It's natural to have doubts, but AI is a tool, right? We decide how to use it. Instead of fear, why not see how it can make you better?
You mentioned those AI assistants that handle tasks, personalized learning that adjusts to you, even tools that make your writing stronger. It's like having a whole team backing you up.
Exactly. AI helps you work smarter, not harder. It frees you up for the things only humans do. Creative thinking, strategy, making real connections. And speaking of connections, don't underestimate video in this new world of work.
We talked about how much LinkedIn loves video, and it makes sense. As remote work grows, video helps you build those relationships, show your personality, make an impact.
Think about it. When you watch a video, you see someone's expressions, how they move. You hear the little things in their voice. It's deeper engagement, builds trust faster.
So even if you're not a camera person, it's worth getting comfortable with video. Could be what makes you stand out. And here's a thought. Don't be afraid to have some FUN while you're at it.
Oh, absolutely. That fun infusion trend, it's a reminder that work doesn't have to be this drag. When you enjoy it, it shows. You're more engaging, more creative, more likely to get noticed.
Like LinkedIn and Forbes adding games to their platforms. They see that a little playfulness, it can boost engagement, creativity, even how much you get done.
So how can you add fun to your work, to your brand? Maybe it's humor in your presentations, sharing behind-the-scenes stuff online, a fun project with colleagues.
It's about being your whole self at work, embracing your passions, letting your personality shine. And in a world that values those things, that makes you different.
These 9 trends, they're more than predictions. They're like invitations to rethink how you work, how you learn, how you show up in the world.
It's your chance to build the career you want, use tech the right way, create a brand that's both genuine A&D, gets results. So as we wrap up this deep dive, think about these trends. Ask yourself, how can you use them to your advantage? What can you do today to start building that dream career?
The future is yours. Go make it happen.
Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. Until next time.